My name's Danny. What's your name?
Roger.
Oh, hi, Roger. Thank you so much. I'll tell you what it is. I found a way to basically just alter the digits in my bank account via an algorithm. And what I was thinking is that I could help stimulate the economy by putting a couple of £1 million in digits in my bank account. But I know that I'm not allowed to do that by law. And I just, for the life of me, cannot understand why that is the case. Can you explain?
Why you're not allowed to create money?
Exactly. Why when the Bank of England have created, I don't know, is it £400 billion over the last few years?
Yeah, 375.
375 billion.
Yeah.
Why can't I create just like, I mean, that's a lot. That's 375,000 million. Why can I not just create a couple of million and spend?
This will be in your bank account.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. This will be in my bank account, right? Whereas the Bank of England have created it, and they've given it, they've put it.
Creating a liability for your bank, which doesn't exist.
When you say a liability for my bank, I mean in reality,
you would be potentially able to go and get that money.
Yeah. Well, you say potentially. Let's say
basically hacked their system and increased the balance on your bank account.
Right.
And
so
you don't understand why that's against the law.
But hold on a second. You've created 375 billion pounds.
Indeed,
right?
we did. And as a central bank, we are legally able to do that.
Oh, I know you are. I understand that. Fully understand that. But I don't understand why it would be a problem if I was to create money. So, for example, okay. So let's put it a different way. I've also got a 3D printer at home. Okay, and that can print a couple of £1 million of £50 notes very, very accurately. Yeah, if I did that, can you please explain to me why I would not be, why that would be a problem? Why would I not be stimulating the economy?
It's against the law.
No, I know it's against the law, but why? But I mean, I'm not asking you why.
I'm creating money, and we have laws in place to make sure that the money isn't created willy-nilly, and there are official agencies to create money in terms of banknotes.
I understand.
Effectively under license from the government.
No, I do understand that. I do understand.
Yeah, but but surely, if you understand that, then that's the end of the story.
No, it's not. It's not the end of the story.
You might say, I want a new television, so I'll go and steal one from a shop.
No. Hold on a second. Hold on. Those two things are They're completely different, right? And I'll explain.
Well, no, they're not, because you're effectively devaluing the currency, so you're taking value away from everybody else who's got.
Now we're getting to the problem. So, but when the government created £375 billion, then they have surely done exactly what you're saying. They have devalued the currency by £375 billion.
To some extent, yes. I mean,
yeah. So they've stolen. So they're the ones that are not just stealing televisions. They're stealing 375 billion words of value from all of us.
But the point is that they basically, as a central bank,
yes,
licensed from the government, they are legally allowed to do this.
Right.
To manage the economy for purposes of monetary policy.
So
it's not first of all, because it's not a long, a permanent thing. This will be removed.
Right.
It's a temporary stimulus.
When will it be removed?
When we feel that the economy is ready, when interest rates go up, and then obviously we'll withdraw this stimulus in a sort of organised manner after that.
Right. Okay. So we don't know exactly when it's going to be removed. That's just a promise. That's just a promise. But you know, the Bank of England, unfortunately, can't be trusted with their promises, and I've proved that because I've been to the Bank of England with a £20 note, asking them to keep their promise to pay the bearer on demand the sum of £20, and they couldn't do that.
So what did they give you then?
They just gave me 2 10s, and then I said, "Well, that's no use."
Exactly what the promise means.
Well, no. Well, then it means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. It's a meaningless promise, isn't it? It's £10 is not £10. Is just it's a promissory note.
So this call is breaking up. You appear to. I can't really hear you very well.
Oh, sorry. Is that better?
Yeah, it just seems to stop connecting when you stop talking. Sorry, it only connects when you start talking. But no, that's exactly what the promise to pay the bearer means, and has done since really 1931, when the UK finally came off the gold standard.
Okay, leave that aside because that's slightly tangential. Let's just get back to the creation of money. Basically, what I'm hearing you say, and by the way, I've spoken to you several times, and I really appreciate the time that you give me and the patience you have. I know my questions sometimes can sound a little flippant, but I do genuinely mean what I'm saying. But basically, what you've just said to me is that if I was to create a couple of £1 million of cash in my back office, that I would be devaluing that money, yeah. But the government, who create £375 billion and give it to, of all people, bankers, right?
No, we have not done that. We have bought British government stocks principally from organisations such as pension funds.
Well, okay, so
so it's not given it to anybody, and particularly not bankers.
Well, pension funds are managed by bankers, okay, and they take their cut on the way, okay. So let's not forget that. That's number one. Number two, at the end of the day, the government, whether it's short term or long term, and we don't know when it's going to be, have legally devalued our currency to the tune of £375 billion, right? That's what you're saying. And I can't do it because I'm not allowed to do it by law.
Not specifically like that. What it's done is obviously increase the money supply without a commensurate increase in output. So it is obviously, given something like about 0.5% on inflation, something like that. It's difficult to judge exactly. But this obviously will be reversed when the money is withdrawn. And the point is that we as an entity are allowed to do this. You as an individual are not.
Yes, no, I understand that.
And if it was not just you and it was 60 million other people printing money,
yeah,
you see the problem.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what would happen if they did.
Well, the problem is you would end up with something like the Weimar Republic in Germany, where money becomes effectively worthless because it's so there's so much of it there.
Money is effectively worthless.
Pardon?
Money is worthless. Money is only worth what we think it's worth.
Precisely, but that's the important thing. Intrinsically, it's worth about 4 pence or something like that.
Yes.
That's the cost of printing a banknote. But the point is what you can get with it. But the same applies for anything: credit cards, checks, anything else.
Yes, it's all
because they don't have any intrinsic value of any great substance. So it's what you can get for them.
Yes. So it's. I mean, the funny thing is about these conversations, and I think I'm going to let you get on with your day, is that to me it's as if it's all just some kind of confidence trick. The whole thing's just a confidence trick.
Well, no, it's called a fiduciary issue. It is based on faith, absolutely.
Yeah.
I accept, when I go to the shop, I accept £5 in change and coins and stuff, because I know that I can spend them somewhere else.
Yeah.
If they gave me, I don't know, a picture or something like that, it wouldn't necessarily be of use to me because I couldn't spend it somewhere else. But
no, I understand that. It's basically a faith-based religion, really, isn't it? Really, and that so many. Well, I would call it that.
Beliefs, transaction, and store of value, and that's what money is. Obviously, having £1 million in a suitcase in the middle of a desert isn't much use to you.
No.
You've got nowhere to go shopping.
No.
Food and water would be of greater value.
Right.
But in our economy, the cash or a store of value in a bank account is useful.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, people talk to us about going back to the gold standard, but you try going down to your local supermarket with a gold bar to buy your groceries, and you wouldn't get very far.
No, indeed.
So
Bitcoin might be Bitcoin.
It's acceptable and it's a store of value.
Yeah, but Bitcoin might be a better way to go. Then we can get government, those rather questionable, unethical psychopaths known as the government, out of.
Bitcoin is a little odd because it's only those who have the ability or computers to generate it can sort of create the extra value, etc., etc. And of course, the important thing is there's nothing backing it. So when that exchange went down in Japan, people lost their money.
Yeah, but there's nothing backing the pound either.
Well, there is if you have money in a bank account.
Well, yes, unless you're in Cyprus.
Well, we don't happen to be in Cyprus.
No, we're not in Cyprus, but we don't know what's going to happen in the future. And in the past, governments have, and they are doing it now. Governments are, as we've already discussed, in my opinion, stealing from the people, like you said, stealing value of 375 billion because it's legal. And they would, and just like in America, they stole, confiscated people's gold. So we don't know what's going to happen with the currency that we've got either.
Well, I don't think it's going to be anything dramatic or negative for most people. This is, say, a temporary measure. We don't know how long it's going to be there, but then it is going to be reversed. And it's, well, we have shown, and it's been shown by independent people, that it's done more good than harm, if you like.
Oh, really? Oh.
Absolutely.
Independent. That was it. Who said it was done more good than harm? Who came up with that opinion?
Well, in that it is value of assets in the economy and lowered rates, so borrowing generally has remained cheaper, which helps businesses, etc.
Which helps businesses? Which businesses? Which people does it help?
Where the economy wasn't growing sufficiently to increase the level of the money supply. So, I mean, there are various papers you can have a look at on our website.
Yeah. Has it helped the poor? Has it helped the poor?
Well, it's difficult to say, really, because it's difficult to say what situation they would have been